All right, 8:20 South Bend time. We were supposed to start a little bit ago, 5 minutes. I thought we had an 8:15 puck drop, but either way, watching warm-ups here, the boys look pretty sharp. They got a good night's sleep. They're playing, who are they playing? DeMatha. Not sure where DeMatha's from, but they're the number 2 seed, and we're the 3 seed in the semifinal round of the Hoosier Cup. 4 teams remain out of 15. I think, were there 15 teams? I don't know, I could be wrong. I saw a lot of crisp passing in warm-ups, tape to tape. Hitting a lot of posts. Hopefully they're aiming for the post. Skilled hockey players always nail the post when they aim for it. We're going to grab the pucks out of the net here, gather around and say a little prayer. Referees are here. The other team's here. The ice is cold. Kids are off school. I mean, they might as well win it, right? They took a day off school. We got a couple siblings in the stands here that have been called in sick. 15 minutes on the clock. 18 people viewing it on Monday morning. That's not bad. That's better than like some late night or weekend numbers. Get those numbers up. What's that? Don't you people have jobs? I do too, but I'm working remotely right now. Believe it or not, this is not my job. I won't quit my day job. All right, here we go. We got who they wheel out there to start this thing out for the Celtics. Coach Ichancios. We got Mason Brandow, Johnny Cardwell, Nick Tovney, Trent Reynolds, and Henry Gagliardi out there to start this thing off for the Celtics. And in goal, we have Grayson Susaki, number 30. Goaltending this weekend has been outstanding for the Celtics. And last night we played, who'd we play last night? Do you remember? To get into this thing? Don't remember. But we took that one. I think it was 5 or 6-1. I got a short memory for stuff like this. Here we go. We're getting ready for the puck drop. The only game that matters is the game we have right here in front of us. Puck drop. Won by DeMatha. Handled by Susaki. And breakout to Kovney, the Celtics. Here they come. We got an offsides. A 3-on-2, and they call an offsides. The boys are a little jumpy this morning. I don't know who was offsides there, Cardwell or Brandow. Maybe one too many energy drinks. Kovney came away with it, but he got his pocket picked by number 14 for, DeMatha. And then they threw a shot at Grayson. Grayson handled it like a pro into the slot for Gagliardi to Cardwell. Cardwell's got a little bit of room. And he's looking for Brandow. Here we go. Kovney had it loaded up, just lost it. Puck retrieved by Gavin Last, number 10. skates around. Susaki throws it up the ice across the red line. Here comes DeMatha. Back in their own zone. Floody out there for the Celtics with it, looking for a man to pass it to. And he does. I think he's got Stir. Can't see. That's a blind corner for me. Semanis throws it across the dashers. Gets by his man, but Stir's going to get on his horse and retrieve that. Ooh. That's going to be an ice. Semanis almost got a stick on it there to call off the icing. Couldn't get it done. Bouncing puck over his blade. Flood to take the face off here. Right in front of Susaki. DeMatha's uniforms, jerseys, sweaters, kind of remind me of Rita. Ooh, nice big pass. What? That's an offsides or an ice? That had to be an offsides. Big long pass to Semanis, who got it over the blue line. All right, the boys are talking about it now. Another face-off in front of Susaki in the PC zone. Stir against the boards. Floody around the back of Susaki looking for Semanis. Semanis tries to backhand it and push it up the ice. Back to Shaq. Over to Cardwell. Cardwell. I'm sorry, that's not Cardwell. That's Rylan O'Sullivan. Shaq against the dasher. Centering pass. In the slot now. DeMatha has it. Number 18. Backhand and a great shot there by DeMatha. Turned away by Susaki. That was a doorstep shot. Susaki handled it like a pro. Referee helping us screen right there. But here comes DeMatha again, and Rylan O'Sullivan helps break that up. I don't like where this is headed. Unless we get this thing out of here. Stir's going to have Shaq. I'm sorry. Semanis handles it on his backhand. Take a shot over the crossbar. Who's getting ran down over there? Rogers is getting wrestled to the ground for no reason. Got a fresh group out there. We got Mercer on the ice. Karkoska calling for it in the slot. Still Rogers getting manhandled behind the net for DeMatha. Reynolds pins his man against the dasher. Reynolds cross-ice pass. Gagliardi's going to have a bounce off the dasher and a little bit of room to skate. Open ice, takes a shot. Gloved but dropped. Able to get that rebound is Mercer. So the goalie couldn't handle that cleanly. Dropped it. Mercer almost had a shot at it. Ayala now on the chase. Centering pass broken up by DeMatha. But Karkoska looking for a little bit of room. Gets turned around and loses it. But a nice stick to break that play out. Ooh, and a nice big hit there by Karkoska. A hip check. Finishes that play nicely. Number 23. Ayala. Over to Mercer. Mercer looking for A-Rod. Rodriguez on his man now in DeMatha territory. Rodriguez again intercepts it, floats one over the blue line, and he's going to give chase there. He's got Mitch Piano with him. Stir and Shaq guarding the blue line, keeping it in DeMatha territory. Jacob Carson now with it. Big goal last night, Jacob Carson. He's out there for the Celtics. Rodriguez turns it around back in the DeMatha territory. And we're going to get a whistle. Somebody's going to get a penalty. Too many men. Too many men's to call, and I hope it's on DeMatha. Looks like it is. What? Don't know what happened. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be DeMatha, too many men. And DeMatha is pretending like they don't hear it. Maybe? Yeah, oh, yeah, and there it is. So after we spelled it out there for DeMatha that a penalty ensued and you have to put a guy in the box, they consulted the rule books and they concur that, yes, somebody does have to sit in there for a couple of minutes. So that puts the Celtics on a power play. And here comes Kovney around his man Susaki. He's got Brandow. He's got Cardwell. He's got Brandow. Now back to Kovney. No, sorry, back to Shaq. Shaq to Brandow. Almost textbook. Semanis is going to have it. He's going to have a shot. Wow, that was borderline out of the zone. Not an exceptional pass there, which causes a reset, but it gives Shaq a chance. Brandow keeps it. He's got Kovney, but he dumps it down there. Kovney's got it. He's got a little bit of room. Takes a shot. Oh, a perfect rebound. Hardwell just wide of the net. We got some pressure going on now with a minute left in this power play. Shaq skates off. Ayala skates on. Perfect! Cardwell pass. Cardwell buries it top shelf. Glove side, top shelf to put the Celtics up 1. So Cardwell with another goal in this tournament continues to shine. As we pan across, my daughter dropped her cell phone. Here come the boys in their celebration march, we call it. So Cardwell's stick is on fire. Somebody cool that thing down. After this tournament. It's going to set the car on fire on the way home. All right, so Celtics up 1 on a successful power play. Puck drop, center ice, won by the Celtics. And dumped in there by Lass. Ayala guarding, giving chase. He's got Lass to his left. Ayala's got a man on him. Fancy footwork gets him out of it. A nice pass to Semanis. Semanis up to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan's got a shot just over the crossbar. O'Sullivan had a nice look. Gagliardi now makes a little move, center ice. Has to avoid one of his own, too, and throws it at the goaltender. Saved by the goaltender's fancy Bauer pad. DeMatha throws it into the Celtic zone. Mercer's open. Oh, Mercer was open. Reynolds decides to attack the man and not the puck. Gagliardi puts a little hit on his man. Mercer backhands it out of the zone. Forces DeMatha to reset. Gagliardi, Reynolds. Karkoska, a little dump there by O'Sullivan. So Reynolds and Gags got to get back now. Rogers to Mercer. Mercer has some ice, and he's got Karkoska. Mercer shoots just wide of the net. 7:07 left in the first. Shaq now. We got a penalty coming, and I think it's going to be on number 9, Ryan Sturr for the Celtics. I saw a man get thrown to the ice out of the left corner of my eye, and then I saw Sturr skating away pretty quickly. So my power of observation figured Sturr was going to be the culprit, and he is. So 2 minutes on the clock, and the Celtics go on their first penalty kill of the game. Flood's going to take the face off. He's got Rogers. He's got Ayala. He's got Lass out there to try and kill this thing. There we go. Nice breakout. Rogers is going to win this battle and then throw a shot at the goaltender. So Rogers showing some grit out there, true grit. Not accepting the man-on-man fallback zone defense on a penalty kill. He attacked his man, went after it, threw the puck up the ice, and put a shot on goal. And what that does is it puts the Celtics, the face-off down there in DeMatha territory. Flood to take the face-off, Piano, Reynolds, and Gagliardi out there. Maybe they could do the same thing. Win a face-off, throw a shot at the goaltender. Won a face-off, Piano has it. Piano wrestling with his man, but here comes DeMatha. That killed a couple of seconds, so it looks like a 3-on-2. Reynolds with a great stick, throws it up ice, kicked away by DeMatha. Reynolds again has it. We got 3 Celtics, throw it up the ice. Why wouldn't you throw that harder than that? You're on the penalty kill, I don't know. Again, up the ice, there you go. On the goaltender, there is no icing here. So the Celtics kill some good time. Just about a minute left in this penalty kill. We're halfway home. Mitch with it, throws it out of the zone and up the ice. Piano with a nice play. Shaq down, getting wrestled. That's got to be a penalty, and it is on DeMatha. So that's going to even things up here for the next 53 seconds. 4-on-4 action, unless they throw my man Shaq in the box too, which they're not going to. So 4-on-4 is always fun hockey to watch for 53, and then it's going to be a man up for the Celtics. Celtics today in their Kelly green uniforms, which I love, personally. I mean, I love all their uniforms, let's be honest. Oh, nice shot there by Rodriguez. Celtics won the face-off, circling the DeMatha goalie. Ayala and Lass guarding the blue line with their lives. Ayala takes a shot. Just stopped by the goaltender. Rodriguez, point blank, buries it. Ayala with the original shot, I think it was rebounded by, who is that? Jacob Carson, and then Rodriguez buried it. So I'm giving out secondary assists too on that one. I saw Ayala, Carson, or Rodriguez from Ayala and Jacob Carson. That's my call, unofficial. So now that puts the Celtics up 2-0. Just where we wanted to be today. To start this thing out early morning, sun rising in South Bend. Celtics, good guys up 2. Nice intercepting pass there by Karkoska. Grabbed it out of the air to keep it from traveling down to our end of the ice. Stir out of the box. Celtics up a man now. Gagliardi with a nice little backhand spinorama move. Grayson to handle it. Gets it to Brandow. Brandow and Semanis. So now the Celtics on the power play. Brandow tries to backhand it. A little dump pass, but mishandled it. Semanis centering pass, broken up by DeMatha. 35 seconds left on the power play. Cardwell with it in the slot. There it is, buried. Shaq puts it away. Handled by a few Celtics there. Shaq cleaned up the loose change. The initial save by the goaltender left a bouncing puck, and Shaq was there salivating, buried that thing. So that puts the Celtics up 3-0. 3-zip, and the boys are rolling. I could hear it. I don't know if nobody's mic'd up today, but if they were, there'd be a lot of positive energy out there. I should mic up one of these kids. Ayala talking to the refs like they didn't call it. Did they call a timeout? What? Oh. My wife's reminding me that there's a lot of time left on the clock. A lot of hockey left. She needs one of those things where she could talk to me in my ear, like a producer would do. I think I reminded her yesterday that I'm the producer of this show. You give her an inch and she's going to take a mile. I let her work the camera for a little bit. I can't be happy about a lead. Is that what I'm to be told? But I'll keep it impartial. All right. 3-zip Providence. 3:48 left in the first. And I feel good about it. All right, so we got a face-off here in front of Susaki. Rogers to take the face-off. Should we send a shout out to Rich Simonis? Is he out there? Is he at home watching? He should be at home watching. Who is that? Ooh, what are his cousins' name? Colleen? Kelly? Callie, okay. I'll send a shout out to Callie, Jameson Simonis' cousin. She's watching at home. She's watching her big cousin over here in South Bend. She should be in school, shouldn't she? Oh, she's a youngster. Okay, all right. Either way, Mercer throws one out of the rink, which in the NHL could be a delay of game. He got a little excited there. That one had no chance. Check what? It's working fine. All right. Here's the feed right here. It's working fine. The feed's working fine. When I'm in a live show, if people want to talk to me, all right, so Reynolds back to the action. 2:58 left in the first. Celtics throw it down the ice for an icing. I think that was Reynolds who did that. So that's going to bring it back down on this end of the ice. And we got, who we got out there for the Celtics? We got 5 green jerseys. Carson, Piano, Rodriguez, Lass, and Ayala. And, of course, Grayson Susaki. Face-off won by DeMatha, but intercepted by Piano. Ooh, Piano, a pass to Jacob. Just behind him there. Piano, hit the brakes to avoid the offsides. Nice job there, Mitchell. And the Celtics now giving chase, but now they're backpedaling here into their own zone. Rodriguez, another nice job there. A-Rod having a heck of a game today, defensively and offensively. He's got 1 goal already. And he's putting on a nice little defensive show too, back-checking like nobody's business. And we got a penalty. I think both of them are going, offsetting, what I could tell. Mitchell Piano, number 20, and 25 for DeMatha. What's happening here is DeMatha is a little shell-shocked because they ran into what we call the Providence Catholic train, and it's rolling right now, and they don't know what to do. So the Celtics got to just maintain composure, play their game, and continue to do what they do. We put up a 3 spot on him so far. Nice little backhand pass there to Brandow. Brandow into the zone. Back to Cardwell. Uh-oh. DeMatha gets around his man. But an offsides stops the play. So the Celtics giving chase. And then another setting. I mean, all Shaq did was get pushed. But this ref right here is not having it. He'll tell you right now, anybody touches anybody, you're going in the box. So he's taking the physicality out of the game. So Shaq does not want to go in the box, and I don't blame him. Who's in there already? So we got Mitch and we got Shaq. We got some screaming parents down there for DeMatha. I don't know where DeMatha's from, or where they hail from. Either way, we got 2 men, 2 Providence Celtics in the box, and we got 2 DeMatha, not sure their mascot. 2 DeMatha players in the box. Shot there by Brandow just over the crossbar. Reynolds, Gagliardi. Gagliardi goes down but makes a nice little keep. Little toe drag swag there by Brandow, pardon me. A little bit of a cough there. So the puck's down there in DeMatha territory. Celtics doing a nice job keeping it. There it is. And a shot by Brandow, followed up by Kovney. So another goal for the Celtics. Great job there. Brandow had it at the blue line, just threw it at the goaltender. The goaltender was unable to make that save. And Kovney was just waiting there to bring that thing home. So that puts the Celtics up 4-0. Still a minute left in this first period. And if you're joining us late, you missed a nice first period. One of the best ones I've seen this season so far. The boys are on it. They're gelling. Nice passes. Like I said in pregame, I saw some... When I watched warm-ups, I saw that there was some really good passing. And I have that eye. You know, I could tell if things are going to work out or not for these boys early. I knew that it was just going to go well. So, like I said, lots of hockey left. So let's see what happens here. But so far, it's been all Celtic. O'Sullivan now makes a nice little move. Gets pushed to the side by a DeMatha man when he passes him. That's going to be a nice 7.1 seconds left in this first period. 29 viewers. We had 34 a second ago, but we lost 5 quickly. Was it something I said? Maybe a couple DeMatha fans dropped off. They don't know the feed, do they? I'm getting word now that DeMatha's hails from Maryland. Okay, East Coast. Yeah, Maryland. Okay, a lot of good hockey on the East Coast. But you know what? There's a lot of good hockey in New Lenox, Illinois, too, and that's where the Providence Celtics hail from. Thank you, KO. By the way, Charlotte's sick today. Well, I don't want to bust anybody out. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are for that. Just north of D.C., these guys hail from. Okay, so anyway, that ends the first period, and what I would say, a magnificent first period it was. Because just, less than 24 hours ago, my heart was ripped out in this very spot. So I had to gather the pieces up mentally as a father and a hockey fan.
But we all know hockey.
Right. I wear my emotions on my sleeve too much sometimes. So got back into the game, had a nice win last night for the boys. And that puts us here against DeMatha semifinals. I mean, if we're able to keep this on track, that puts us right in line for a game later this afternoon. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, or do I? I do that a lot. So, all right, look at the Nick Ichancio going over some great plays. He's never happy, never settles. We could always do better. We did make some mistakes there in the first period. A couple kind of silly penalties there, maybe. If we could clean that up, imagine what we could look like if we could just clean up a little bit of the loose ends, I guess, or rough edges. Clean up the rough edges. Yeah, that's right. All right, so here we go. Getting ready for period 2 action. 15 minutes on the clock. We got a whistle right now. We got a little bit of referee action. I think there's a timekeeping issue. Referee's blowing his whistle, calling his other ref over there. They're talking about something. Okay, so I'll go over the boys that are going to start it off here. Vince Karkoska. We got Braden Rogers out here. We got Brian Sturr, Nicholas Mercer, and Henry Gagliardi to start out the second period. Karkoska to take the face-off. Ooh, a quick drop. And DeMatha takes it, throws it into the Celtic zone. Gagliardi to Mercer. Mercer has it now. Pinned against the Dashers. Comes out with it. Backhands it nicely. Got a couple of players down. A couple of parents screaming. Standard procedure in a hockey game. Gagliardi backhands it now behind Susaki. Sturr throws his man to the ground. Sturr tangled up. Sturr into it now with his man. Gagliardi comes around Susaki. He's got ice. And we got a whistle. And we're going to have a penalty on Sturr. No, not on Sturr. We're going to have a penalty on number 16 for DeMatha, who was tied up with Sturr. Sturr does a nice job there drawing the penalty. We got some boys chirping now. Sturr was an angel on that play. I will just tell everybody. He didn't do anything wrong. All right. Johnny Cardwell to take the face-off here in DeMatha territory. Shack looking for Brandow. Brandow throws it at the goaltender. A bobbling puck gloved by number 33, the netminder for DeMatha. So that's going to reset the face-off here just to his right side. Cardwell to take it. Cardwell trips The puck pinned against the Dashers. Cardwell comes out with it to Brandow at the blue line to Shaq. Shaq up to the top. Brandow, Kovney with it. Kovney makes a nice little move right in front of the camera here. Picturesque. I thought that was going top shelf, just over the crossbar. We got a stick out there on the ice. I don't know whose it is. Number 3 for DeMatha. And DeMatha is down a man and a stick. But the net comes off. And not just a little. It came off a lot. So that's going to bring out a new group of Celtics. Karkoska, Reynolds, Ayala, Rodriguez, and Rogers. Well, I don't know why there's not any minutes on the penalty here. But they are on a Celtic power play. Karkoska comes away with it. Takes a shot, blocked there by a DeMatha player. And DeMatha clears it. But Suzaki comes out of the net. Sets up his man, Ayala, for a nice run. Ayala with some nice moves, center ice. Ayala centering pass to Rodriguez. Rodriguez just a split second short, or late on that one-timer. And a shot and a save by Susaki from DeMatha. 12:47 left on the clock here in the second. 35 seconds now on the clock for the penalty. Well, I knew they were trying to figure something out. You can't just guess at when the penalty is going to be over, right? All right, so face-off in front of Susaki. Reynolds has it. Nice little hockey stop there behind Susaki. Shows off for the crowd. And then he hands it off to Karkoska. Karkoska on his horse now. Up the ice, looking for a centering pass, probably. Circles around the goaltender. Looks for his man, but decides to take the shot. And a little rebound there. Rogers almost had a nice piece of it. Excuse me. Reynolds to Karkoska. Karkoska over the blue line, backhands to Rogers. Rogers dumps it. And now they're going to chase it down. Karkoska has it again. He looks to Rogers. And a whistle. A little extracurricular there, but nothing crazy. Nothing too egregious. So that's going to bring back the fifth man for DeMatha. An expired penalty. 5-on-5 hockey. Mitchell Piano to take the face-off. Wins it. Jack retrieves it, dumps it. Low ice now behind the DeMatha goaltender, and now it's dumped out. So Stur is now behind Susaki. Ooh, another beautiful hockey stop by Stur. Really throwing some snow down there on the DeMatha parents. Jacob Carson now crosses center ice. Nifty little move. But a pass to Rylan O'Sullivan. Rylan O'Sullivan giving chase. Jacob Carson has it. DeMatha throws it across or against the Dasher. Past the diving Gavin Lass, who can't get to it to avoid the icing. To try and avoid the icing. I'm sorry, that wasn't an icing. I guess it was for DeMatha. All right, so we're doing it down here. I'm a little confused. Maybe I'm just not used to such a big lead. Kovney with it, slot, takes a shot. Man, that looked good. Turned away by the goaltender. DeMatha now gets it on there. Ooh, Susaki gloves it. Nice little carom off the Dasher. Right in Susaki's mitt. glove. Covers it, gets the whistle, so now they get the reset. Face-off's going to be in the PC zone, which everybody could see if you're watching, I'm sure. Maybe I should stop announcing where the face-off goes. I mean, I'll take comments. I could, suggestions. Unless it's negative, then I don't want it. Only suggestions and comments that are positive, I'll accept. Uh-oh, that's a wide open shot for DeMatha. I think it deflected off of one of his own players, thank goodness. So Gagliardi has it now behind Susaki. He looks for his man. Little backhand to Reynolds. Reynolds has it. Up the ice, but that's going to be an ice. Cardwell pleading with the ref that he did play the puck and that should not have been an icing. That's Captain Johnny Cardwell out there, senior. What does Johnny have, 5 goals on the weekend? I should start writing this stuff down. That's what you could be doing, Charlotte. Instead of TikToking, writing the stats down.
She's sick.
But she's sick, yes. Right. She's 10-13 left in the second. Here comes O'Sullivan up the ice, and he's got Simonis. Simonis is going to have a little room. Boom! Oh, that was almost a nice put away by O'Sullivan. Simonis' original shot was saved, but it wasn't gloved. And O'Sullivan crashed the net. Spinning O'Sullivan almost buried it. So this goaltender is allowing some juicy rebounds for the boys. What happened? We got some parents down there screaming. Ooh, I hate when that happens. Parents are the worst, you know? You look at youth hockey or any youth sport and just leave it to the parents to ruin it. But here we go. Back to the action. I mean, it's a long drive back to Maryland, right? I'd be screaming too. Shot there, but in the slot by a DeMatha man, turned away by Susaki, and here come the Celtics. DeMatha has it there. Rogers and Mercer both working to keep this thing in the zone. Ayala on it now. Ayala backhands it back into the zone. Number 2 for DeMatha made a nice little move there, got around Rogers, and he's going to get... Ooh, Lass broke up that play. Nice job by Lass. We got Karkoska, Lass, Rogers, Mercer, and Ayala down there. Ayala with some good stick work. Karkoska pinning his man against the board. Ayala comes out with it. Ayala up the ice. He's got room. Dumps it. And he's going to make a change. Smart play there by Gil Ayala. Shout out to his brother Gabe. Not sure if he's watching, but I tell you what. Gil Ayala's dad made me some tamales the other day. Oh. He can make a heck of a tamale. Gagliardi off the bench, throws a shot, takes out the ref and a player, and looks like he broke a stick too in the process. Ugh. But here comes Rodriguez. Oh, a centering pass to number 26, Jacob Carson. Almost buried that one. We got Shaq, blue line, Reynolds. Shaq with a shot. Nice shot there, turned away by the goaltender. Shaq again, blue line. Looking for the slapper. Off the post. Shaq. I just got the official signal from my son that he did break that stick on the ice. I'm going to need some donations here. I'll give my Zelle out. See if we can pick up a new one.
We have a GoFundMe page.
A GoFundMe page for those sticks. That one hurt. All right, now DeMatha trying to clear their zone. Can't get it done. Celtics dump it, and the few of them are going to make a change here. Uh-oh. Big Pass going to be right on net there. Ran down by Lass. Shusaki covers it up, gets himself a drink of water, and they're going to have a face-off right in front of him. Face-off, won by the Celtics. Ayala has it. Ayala has it back. Ooh. DeMatha intercepts, throws it at Susaki. Susaki makes a glove, a save. That was outside the net anyway. It was not a shot on goal. But he makes it look pretty when he makes those saves. 33 people watching now. How exciting. I feel like when we're up above 25, we got a nice little audience. A loyal audience. Smash that like button. Uh-oh. Intercepted by a DeMatha player and thrown at Susaki, but a nice save. Ayala to Kovney to Cardwell. Cardwell looking for Brandow. Brandow has it. Brandow looks for his man, Gagliardi. Gagliardi takes a shot. Blocked by a defender. Gagliardi tries to keep it. Can't. DeMatha has it on the breakout. Gagliardi again with that backup stick. Intercepted by DeMatha, but a nice play there by Kovney. So Gagliardi's going to have a little bit of room. Gets it to Kovney. Kovney center ice. Floater by Kovney. DeMatha breaking out of their zone. Reynolds has it. Over to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, center ice. Gets his pocket picked there a little bit, but Floody came out with it. Floody, a nice little hacky sack move. Samanis crashes into his man, center ice. DeMatha has it. A little sloppy play the last couple of minutes, but not too bad. That's going to be an ice by DeMatha. That's going to come back down here. Five minutes exactly left in the second period. My sister? Oh. So here comes DeMatha up the ice. Nice pass there. They got it on the outside. DeMatha dumps it. It's behind Susaki. Intercepted by O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan and Flood. Now Samanis is going to have it. Oh, Samanis kind of got interfered with, but uh-oh, DeMatha's got it wide open. Throws that puck wide of the net. DeMatha again enters PC territory. A shot wide of the net. Susaki doesn't have to do much. Just watch the pucks fly by him left and right. .410 left in the second. DeMatha has it behind and thrown out of the zone by Samanis, who we thought that was going to be on net. That was close. So that allows the Celtics a change, but the faceoff's going to be in their zone. Karkoska's going to take it for the Celtics. Vincent Karkoska. Loose puck there in front of Susaki. Now Rogers has it for the Celtics. Throws a puck that's intercepted by number 2 from DeMatha. He backhands it back into the zone. Here comes Ayala. Ayala. His pass gets intercepted. Centering pass no good there for DeMatha. Number 5's a big boy for DeMatha. He throws it out to the blue line. Number 4 takes a shot. Saved there by Susaki. Through some traffic. He was screened. And now we got a little bit of a skirmish there. What? I don't know what this is. Ayala and this kid were into it. Ayala's still into it with his man, number 5. I don't know, they're both going to go in the box. So they're going to cool down for a couple of minutes, number 5 and number 3. Yeah, they're not happy with each other. Maybe they're exchanging Snapchats. And the parents are just unhappy. Let's get a nice... We want to make sure that everything the parents do could be documented. I feel like if you're going to lose it in the rink, you should be on film somewhere. But anyway, so Ayala and his guy are exchanging snap handles or whatever. They're going to text each other later about that. And we're going to have a face-off center ice. Back to the action. Parents now screaming back and forth at it. But let's focus on the on-ice stuff. All right, here we go. Mitchell Piano comes out with it, intercepted by DeMatha. Gagliardi's going to have it back there behind Susaki. So Gags is going to have time to look for a man, and he does. He looks for Reynolds. And Gags is going to have a little bit of room, but he throws it out of the zone. Intercepted by DeMatha. Back to Gagliardi. Gagliardi's going to have a little bit of room. And he throws it. And now he's going to get off the ice for a fresh defender, Ryan Shack. Shack's going to give chase now. It just scooted past him. Deflected off a stick of DeMatha. So DeMatha... Loose puck grabbed by Susaki in front of him. Nice way to stop the action there. And have the parents settled down yet over there? We don't know. I don't think so. East Coast Fire meets Midwest Charm, right? Now, what I saw in that play was Ayala may have had the stick of the other man. But I'm sure it was caught underneath him, and there was nothing he could do to free himself. All right, here we go. We got Kovney with a nice little move. Just broken up there by DeMatha. Puck is now at center ice. Shack has it. Takes a shot off the shin of a defender. Number 21 for DeMatha with some nice flow. He's got a mullet. I don't know if you can see that on iPad TV, but that thing is flowing for 21. Kudos to him. And his hairstylist. $1:29 left in the second. Ooh, big push in the back there on Brandau. But here comes Kovney. Loose change there. It's nice stop by Lass. Lass with some hand-eye coordination. Gets that from his mother, I'm sure. That and his good looks. Here comes DeMatha. Uh-oh. Nice stop by Susaki. That was a doorstep shot there by number 14. But Susaki is seeing it today. 43 seconds left in the second period of this match. Celtics lead 4-0 still. Celtics put up 4 in the first and none in the second. But they've also allowed none in the second. That's the name of the game at this point. All right, so now after 2 minutes, Ayala and his man have cooled off and they look to be best friend-ish. Right? Maybe? Face-off won by the Celtics. Gagliardi has it up to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan just off his stick. Stir with it now behind Susaki. 15 seconds left in the second. What you don't want to have is a last-second goal to give or a stupid penalty. But I see a hand that went up. I'm not sure who it was on, but he's going to the Celtic end, and it's Stir. Stir pleading his case. But the objection was overruled. So he's going to sit for a couple of minutes. So that's going to put the Celtics on a Celtic PK penalty kill. Going to face off here by Flood. Won by Flood. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. And that's going to do it for the second period. Both teams are going to head to the locker room and talk about it. Gagliardi's going to come out, and I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe he's going to help Stir off the penalty box, or he's going to come get his broken stick. Oh gosh, that one hurts. That was my favorite stick. I mean, it doesn't look broken. Tape it up. All right, here comes the golden Zamboni. Golden Zamboni. Zamboni driver Zed. Zed Richards of South Bend. What? I can't. All right, well, we're going to take a break here. I'm going to rest my vocals, and you guys can have a break too. As my wife puts her fingers in front of the camera lens. Unbelievable. All right. Okay. Team's out of the locker room, fresh ice. I consulted with some of the parents down there. Everybody seems okay. Maybe a difference of opinion, but no issues down there. Everyone looks happy and just, getting ready for this third period action. So here we go. Celtics up 4 on DeMatha. They got a penalty up on the board. I don't remember what happened there at the end of the second. That was Stir. So the Celtics are going to start the third off on a penalty kill.
Ooh, that's like carrying a sack of bricks.
So welcome everybody who's joining us for the third period action. This has been a fun one. In the semifinal match, Providence Catholic Celtics versus DeMatha. Winner of this goes on to play this afternoon in the finals against the winner of another game happening on that other ice between two other teams. I don't have any real stats. DeMatha wins the face-off. Poked away there by Gavin Lass. Nice job there, good stick. Ayala, it's a little wet back there behind Susaki. He almost lost that puck. Zamboni dumped a lot of water back there. I've always hated that. When you get that ice cut, if you get a Zamboni driver that dumps a ton of water, it takes 4 or 5 minutes for that water to freeze. And so it's messy, it's sloppy. And the puck always seems to drag back there. So you got to be aware of that as a player. I know I'm aware of it as a dad and an announcer. Well, a would-be announcer. DeMatha has it now on the power play. Cross the blue line, back to the blue line. Number 2 takes a shot. Susaki with a save. And a block there by BR. Ooh, he took that one right in the shin. He's limping. He might want to find his way to the bench. Goes down to one knee. He's not going to be much good if he's hurt. DeMatha throws one over the crossbar. Trent backhands it. Unable to clear it. Number 2 with a nice little toe drag around Rogers. And that one's going to not find its way out of the zone. Rogers still struggling there. But he hasn't had a chance to get himself off yet. Floody. There we go. Floody's going to get that thing out. Now Rogers going to get himself off the ice. Nine seconds left in this penalty. Lass and Ayala back still. Nice block there by Ayala. Off the stick of Ayala. And that is a new stick. I think Gill last week broke 2 sticks in a game. Ooh, you don't want to see those pucks ricocheting off of that. I don't know if there's a special savings account in the Ayala household for sticks. Cardwell here to take the face off. Johnny Cardwell. Oh, a nice little shot there by DeMatha. Turned away, and we got Brando on the breakout, and he's going to win that race. The puck now down there in DeMatha's zone. Brando centering pass to Kovney. Kovney just missed that little slapper in. Kovney gets stripped up right in the slot. Lass keeps it, sends it back to Kovney. Lass keeps it again, but here comes DeMatha, and nice job there. A back check by Johnny Cardwell. And he looks like he whispered into his player's ear that I'm not going anywhere, as he pushed him to the floor, or to the ice. Gill with a shot on net. Glove saved by the goaltender. Stir. Shaq, stir. Shaq throws it back behind Susaki, and Kovney's going to have it. A nice little deke move by Kovney. Passes to Flood. Flood passes to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan crosses the blue line. And he takes on 3 DeMatha players, takes a shot. That was a good look for O'Sullivan. But gloved by the goaltender. 11:32 left in the game. Regulation, that is. Celtics 4, DeMatha 0. Centering pass from Shaq to Flood. Simonis tried to stuff it home. Gagliardi took a shot, turned away by a skate, but Gags was able to keep it and backhand it into the zone. Now Gagliardi and Reynolds back skating into their zone. With a little help from Karkoska. Uh-oh, that puck is right in the slot. Reynolds clears it. That's going to be a nice. DeMatha has it now in their end of the ice. Rogers lost an edge right in front of their goaltender. Here comes DeMatha. Lass and Ayala. Nice save there by Susaki. Lass gives his man a little reminder that he's there. Number 5, he's the one who got into it a little earlier with Ayala. So maybe he could make best friends now with Lass. Mitchell Piano to take the face-off in front of Susaki. Mitchell grabs that face-off, throws it back to his man, Stir. Stir gets it to Shaq. Shaq wraps it around. Gets it back to Mitch. Mitchell takes it across the blue line. And he's going to have a weird angle shot. He took it, and he's going to have Rodriguez waiting for it. Ooh, right past Rodriguez. Kind of a bouncing puck there. But Piano back to Shaq. Shaq to Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets taken down from behind by a Dartmouth player fresh off the bench. Shaq again in front of his own bench. Throws it to Piano across the red line. Now across the blue line. Passes to Jacob. Intercepted by Dartmouth. Dartmouth, not DeMatha. What am I talking about? They're not playing Dartmouth. Reynolds with it now up the ice, centers it to Rodriguez, bounces off of his stick. Gagliardi is going to give chase to it back there. He's going to backhand it to Reynolds. Reynolds is going to take it. He's going to look for his man back to Gagliardi. Gagliardi is going to look for a green jersey or a green sweater and couldn't find one. Nice save there by Susaki. That kid had a good angle on him. Ooh, another nice save there. And finally gets covered up. Susaki and 9 now get into it. So a little bit of chatter, a little bit of chirping on the boys. Frustrations maybe starting to settle in for DeMatha. I mean, it's 8 minutes and 23 seconds left in the fourth, or the third. Wow, I'm Maybe another cup of coffee, huh? Gotta wake me up. Dartmouth in the fourth period. What? DeMatha in the third, and here comes, wow, I thought Brandau had the corner on that one. That was a nice shot, a missile. But taken out of the corner, DeMatha now intercepted by Cardwell. Cardwell back to Ayala, and then he takes a pretty big hit. But Rogers gets it up. Oh, Brandau just missed another one. Brandau with some nice opportunities, some good looks. Here comes Ayala. Ayala backhands it to Stur, and then Stur backhands it to Kovney. To Brandau to Kovney. To Kovney. Center ice. Floody poking at it. Shack takes a shot from the blue line. A bouncing puck. Now DeMatha on the breakout. Back in the PC zone. Over the crossbar. Out of the reach of Grayson. A couple of players here fighting for it in front of us. Just killing time now. Kovney throws it out, up the ice, down towards the DeMatha goaltender. And that's going to be a change. All five Celtics are going to change. Simonis, Reynolds, Gagliardi, Flood, and O'Sullivan are out there to handle this face-off, this puck drop in front of Susaki. Gagliardi has it, up to O'Sullivan, just out of his reach. Gagliardi, a little bit of room now, floats it up now, O'Sullivan's got it. He's got Simonis on his wing, but I think he took the shot. He was out of my view for a second. Either way, glove save by the goaltender. That goes in place for DeMatha. So a nice little breakout there. Good opportunity. I thought Simonis had the shot, but I don't think O'Sullivan could have gotten it to him in time. But that was just me. O'Sullivan's got it now. O'Sullivan looking to the blue line, but he backhands it to Simonis. A little faker. And O'Sullivan keeps it. Nice little job there. Reynolds, he keeps it. Simonis behind the goaltender now. DeMatha trying to get it out of their zone. And they're able to do that now. But intercepted by Reynolds. Reynolds Gagliardi with a nice little smooth backhand. Gets it up to Simonis. Simonis has got a little room. And we're going to have a penalty. It looks like Rylan O'Sullivan got tied up with number 19. Tried to help him to the ice, and they're going to call him for a penalty? That doesn't make sense. So offsetting penalties. Rilo has to be controlled there. His boys screaming across the ice, take it easy. Because I think they're looking towards the big picture here. Rylan O'Sullivan seems to be fine. He's going to take a seat and think about it for a couple of minutes. Go over the plays in his head. Face-off's going to be taken just outside of the DeMatha zone by Vince Karkoska. Rogers, Mercer, Ayala, and Last guarding that line. 5:45 left in the third. Celtics on top, 4-zip. DeMatha across the line into the zone, broken up by Rogers. Mamacita. A floating puck just narrowly missed the outside post. Grayson got caught on one side, and it's just that kind of day right now. So we're going to move on and be grateful. So Karkoska off the ice now. Uh-oh. We got a little bit of action here in front of us. Mercer got into it with somebody. We got a stick down. We got two gloves. We got Mercer, who's clearly injured. Maybe he got slashed, from what I could see. They're calling the slash on Mercer. Hopefully nothing is broken, sticks or bones. He looks all right. Probably a little sting, though. I heard the stick come down hard. I wasn't looking down there, but then I saw gloves and a stick down and Mercer holding his wrist. Probably just above the cuff of the glove. Right? That's the cuff of the glove. My wife's looking at me like I'm crazy. Gagliardi has it at the line.
That's not good.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Brandau. I saw it too. And Mason kind of skates like Henry. Oh, and a shot and a goal by Nick Kovney, number 11. Assisted by 24, 5, 15, and 21. So a slashing penalty from DeMatha turns into the 5th goal by the Celtics. The Celtics celebrate with their goaltender down here. We'll get a nice shot of the boys. Panning shot as the sun is rising up through the windows in beautiful South Bend. South Bend, gorgeous this time of year. We got to the rink early today and saw what we think is some ROTC Army boys. They were out for an early run. And, very inspiring. I don't run, of course, unless someone's chasing me. And hopefully those days are over. Gagliardi now backpedaling into his zone with Reynolds. Reynolds, wrap. DeMatha, number 18 here, comes around the ice right in front of us. Clearly frustrated. 3:57 left in the third. A lot of chatter on the benches, I hear. So we're going to try and start the buses at this point. And we'll sneak out of here. If everything goes right with a victory, that's going to put us in the championship game at around 11. I don't know, 11:15. I'll find out later from some of the parents. Uh-oh, that one just stuck past Shaq on the blue line, but he's going to recover nicely. Uh-oh. Nice little toe drag by 14, but he went over the crossbar. He's got some flow, too. The hair sticking out of the bottom of that helmet like that. So what you don't want to see here in the last 3 minutes of the game, unnecessary penalties. Anything too rough on the boys. Frustration sometimes sets in. If I have any experience in hockey, in watching hockey games, I know that sometimes the losing team likes to take it out on the winning team by doing stupid things. But that's the game, right? All right, so that's an ice. It's going to come back down here. 23 people stuck with us for what we see is an hour and 42-minute broadcast so far. I've been talking for an hour and 42 minutes. Well, I think the first 10 minutes, I just started the video feed so people could log on. All 22 people now. I must have upset somebody there. All right, so face-off won and handled nicely by Gil Ayala. Ramped into the zone by Rylan O'Sullivan off of his stick. Last now playing ping pong with his man, back and forth. The only real danger here too is Gil gets a cross check to the face, but no call. Stur's got 2. We want to keep him off the ice or out of the penalty box. because there's always that dreaded 2 and 10 that's out there for the 3 and the 4. Samanis with a chance. Broken up by DeMatha. DeMatha backhands it across the ice. 22 takes it for the Celtics. He's got a little room. Dumps it and gets back on the blue line. Loves it. Makes a shot. Blocked by a DeMatha player. Dragged into the zone by Mercer, gracefully. Rogers took a shot that slithered off the end of his stick. Minute 13 left in the game. Gagliardi and Sturr switching positioning. And a penalty is going to be... No. Is that a penalty? Oh, a shot by Gagliardi. Right over the red line. Gloved by the goaltender. Now 50 seconds left in the third. We got Sturr and Shaq out there. Rodriguez with it. 30 seconds left. Around the goaltender. Looking for Sturr at the line. Rodriguez gets it back. Nice little toe drag around his man. Takes a shot. Blocked by the goaltender. 14 seconds left in the game. A lot of players pinned up against the dashers. They're pushing and shoving for this puck. And whistles. And now a wrestling match. And a takedown by number 10 from DeMatha. A green helmet on the ice. It's kicked away by a DeMatha player. And whose helmet is that? That looks to be Shaq. I could tell that handsome face anywhere. That's Shaq without his helmet. Now he's talking to the ref. And there's going to be a penalty called on DeMatha with 6.6 seconds left in this game. I think you wind the clock out now and just call it a day. There's really no reason to go any further. The Celtics prove their point, but Shaq's going to go to the box for 6 seconds. Okay. For being wrestled to the ground. So we'll just let this thing play out, and I'm just going to give myself a rest here. And they are. They're going to wind that clock out, let it spin, and that's going to be it for this one. So the Celtics advance to the final game this afternoon and just squeak past DeMatha 5-zip. So let's hope the handshake line goes well. And the exit of the arena goes well. As DeMatha gets a hand from their parents, as they should. They travel far and avast to come play some hockey, some good hockey in South Bend, Indiana for the Hoosier Cup. The handshake line going very smooth so far. Good win there for the Celtics. So I'm going to sign off here, and we're going to be back on later. I'm sure everybody will get times from their family members. But I think we're going to play in the... Well, here's the thing. I think we're going to play in the big rink, and that game's going to be broadcast live. So I might not do it. I might just watch as a parent. And like I said, I think if that's the case, which they're obviously going to broadcast the championship game. So this might be me signing off for the final time today, because I'm just going to watch as a parent. I'm entitled to that right. My fans, the fans. And there's a petition out there. A petition out there for me. I should stand like this, though. I should have a microphone, and then we set up a whole thing where I do it. Look at this. Get around. Get around. All right, this is me signing off from South Bend, Indiana, where the Celtics took their DeMatha. They even took it off the scoreboard. 5-zip. On to victory. Let's go. Spin it around.